So this video here is depression and anxiety part 2. So I dropped the part 1 where I mostly talked about the spiritual side of it and the mental side of it. So spiritual and mental. I know I mentioned in the first video. This one I'm going to try to make quicker. Not so long, but it's a lot of information that I have to get out. So the first video was about spiritual and emotional, spiritual and mental, what it does to you mentally and what it does to you spiritually. Depression, anxiety, I basically talked about you're basically fighting a demon that will try to attach to certain chakras. Once they've gotten too much unaligned, they're overactive or they're extremely underactive. If you see something in the camera, that is because I have some sunflowers that are right here. So the song from right now is Moneybagg Yo, Speak for Them. So I'm going to give y'all some tea in this one. If y'all don't tap in, too bad. So this one is going to be about the physical and emotional. So I'm going to give y'all some do's and don'ts for anxiety and depression, coming from somebody that dealt with both anxiety and depression for years, and it went unnoticed, or the people around me saw it and they just didn't give a fuck, or they just fucking talked about me like a dog. And by the grace of God, I was able to, get up and dust myself off, with the help of God and by the grace of God, to not have depression and anxiety, to overcome it. So I understand coming from somebody that has been in those shoes and completely understands. And I had high functioning depression and anxiety. It was really bad. So I'm going to start with the don'ts, and then I'm going to get into the do's. You might want a pen and paper when I get to a certain point, but I'll tell you, just keep a pen and paper handy, or have your phone out in your notes, because I'm really going to drop some tea for y'all today. So we have the don'ts is drinking caffeine. It can be an anxiety amplifier that can or will affect you hours later. We have alcohol. It's a temporary relief, but hours later raises anxiety levels and makes you more anxious over time. We have skipping meals can cause hypoglycemia. Speech impediment. Do the best I can. I'm going to spell it out for you. hypoglycemia. And this could lead to irritability, nervousness, dizziness, and weakness. We have poor eating habits affect the intake of essential nutrients necessary for your mental health, including processed foods that contain additives that promote anxiety while reducing your mood and your social behavior. So, Polo G picture this just came on. Sugar increases anxiety and depression. We talk about artificial sugars. Yeah, so the song just, I already got him mad and about to make him sick. They didn't really think this lifestyle exists. I would never picture this. And he's just talking about what he's been through. So we have not drinking enough water. And this is a big one for a lot of people. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration causes stress to the body. And when the body is stressed, it can experience anxiety symptoms. We have lack of sleep. Getting less than 8 hours of sleep can increase repetitive negative thoughts, making it harder to let stuff go. Consuming too much toxicity, whether that be including TV shows, the news, and relationships. Comparing yourself to others can cause unhappiness, low mood, negative thoughts that lead to anxiety. And not moving your body, which is designed to move, and ignoring your feelings. So these are the don'ts of depression and anxiety. Now, on the other hand, I'm going to get into the do's, and this is when you really want to get your pen and paper out, or you just want to take notes. So 444, that's protection. This is protected by God and the angels and ancestors that I work with, even the spirits that I work with and things like that. But I really truly only channel the Holy Ghost. Whatever God allows me to work with is what I work with. So we are protected as I get this message out to you guys, because people don't realize how much I go through to get all these messages out. Okay, so we have the do's. This is when you want to grab your pen and paper and take some notes. So we have the do's. Spend time in the sun. Exposure to vitamin D can reduce depression. Most people have a vitamin D deficiency, which affects the serotonin, if I'm saying that right, and it is a chemical that boosts your mood and helps you to stay calm and focused. Eat healthier. So I'm gonna drop some foods you could eat. Bananas, lemons, corns, yellow squash, chickpeas, pineapples, peaches, mangoes, ginger, spinach, kale, broccoli, parsley, celery, cucumber, kiwi, green apples, basil, thyme, cilantro, prunes, plums, red grapes, eggplant, purple cabbage, figs, cantaloupe, blueberries, blackberries, watermelon, avocado, and dark chocolate. So all these foods support your solar plex, your heart chakra, your third eye, and your throat chakra, which are all affected by depression and anxiety. So only if you watch the first video would you know what I'm talking about, where I explained the spiritual side of what happens. I explain the spiritual and the mental side of what happens when you are affected by depression and anxiety. We have getting on a schedule and sticking to it. Order helps during times of uncertainty. Unplug from noise. So avoid the news, the internet. Leave conversations that take you away from your peace of mind. Be nice to yourself with pampering. Be patient. It is enough that you are surviving. Exercise, whether that be dancing, walking, working out, and or yoga. So journaling. Write expressively about your experiences. Allow yourself to feel emotions and find a positive support system. So now we're going to talk about coping with anxiety and depression. So those were some do's and don'ts for anxiety and depression. Now we're going to get into coping with this anxiety and depression. So we have listen to music, read empowering books, go for nature walks, cook enjoyable meals, watch inspiring things, TV shows and movies, set small daily goals, guard your thoughts, watch a comedy, connect with pets, focus on faith, challenge your thoughts. For example, why am I sad? How is my environment affecting my mental health? Accept those thoughts. Name 5 things. This is for anxiety help when you're starting to have a panic attack or an anxiety attack. Name 5 things that you can see, hear, feel, taste, or smell in that moment. Do something that you enjoy. Clean and reorganize. Be around understanding people. And here are 5 prompts for depression. We have 3 things you love about yourself, 3 of your greatest qualities, 3 of your greatest achievements, what makes you feel powerful, what makes you feel energized and fresh. So this is self-development, depression, anxiety 102. This is the physical and emotional part of it, and I pray that this gets to whoever needs it. I try not to make this one so long. The other one I feel like I kind of dragged it out a little bit, so I'm praying that people will actually watch this, because this is what I feel like people are waiting for. People don't really care about the mental and spiritual side besides me, because I'm all in one. So I am mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. So I'm 4. I try to cover all 4 of them just for myself. But yeah, I just decided to drop some knowledge out on here for y'all. It took a lot for me to get all this stuff together, so I pray that whoever sees this uses this in a positive manner, and that it will help whoever truly needs this. So this is the do's and don'ts of depression and anxiety, and this is some ways that you can cope with depression and anxiety. And also remember, like I said in the first video, 10 10 10 change. The third time I seen that, know that you are fighting an evil spirit that is trying to attach to you if you let it, right? So put your shield of armor up and believe in you, and know that you are not alone, and there are other people that have went through it and have overcame it. This is not something that can put you down unless you let it. So make sure, I hope you guys took notes. Watch this video as many times as you need to. I try not to make it so long this time. I think we're just gonna hit 11 minutes, and I pray that this gets to whoever needs it. Y'all have a blessed day. Stay blessed, stay prayed up, and I'm praying for anybody that's going through a mental health issue. You feel me? Keep your head up. Later, guys.